James Connor's in the chat. Good morning, John. Sorry, John Connor. My mistake. Good morning, John. John said, I guarantee you he left the scene of an accident because he was impaired. Either way, he deserves what he gets and should not be able to play football again. So, John, let me ask you this question. Let me play devil's advocate here, okay? Let's say an average Joe Blow, you and me, we're racing down the interstate. We did the same thing that Rashee Rice did. You happen to be high or maybe blew a .09, right? Just a little bit above the legal limit on alcohol, or you're high or whatever, right? They charge you with the aggravated assault. You spend 1 year in jail. Does that make it so you can never work again? Let's just say you work at a Fortune 500 company, Tyson Foods. You are some type of upper management, right? You're in jail for a year. You obviously have the management experience. You have this. You have all the credentials. You are making that Tyson Foods tons of money. Should you have the right to never work again? No matter where you go, you will never get a management job again, and you have to suffer either living off of the government assistance or going to a Burger King and working at below minimum wage. Like, I get what you're trying to say, but just because somebody makes a mistake doesn't mean that their whole lives have to be ruined, right? He should still have a right to play in the... If his ability is still there, he should still have a right to play in the NFL. Look at who is the kid, the lineman from Seattle that choked out his wife like 3 times. The first 2 times were like, whatever, boys will be boys. And then the last time, I think he killed her, right? And then finally, like, I guess we gotta let you go. Hardy, right, for the Panthers, would consistently be called for beating his wife, breaking the law. How many different teams did like he play for after that came out? He played for Carolina again. He played for the Cowboys, and I thought he played for the Seahawks too. I mean, one mistake should not decide your whole future, right? John People says, pot in the car, driving crazy, celebrity, the rest will be decided in court. Most states right now, pot is legal. I don't know if it's legal in Texas or not. Timothy Nicola says nobody died. Suspend him for 5 games and let him pay some fine. Which ultimately, that's probably what the NFL will do. He will get suspended for at least a half a season, pay a lot of dollar bills, yo. But the bigger issue is the federal charges. Where do the federal charges go, right? That's the biggest thing. Good morning, Timothy, by the way. John People says, he's no John Harbaugh, though. John Connor says, same thing goes for the 49er receivers who was with him. Who was the 49ers receiver that was with him? I didn't know any other players were with him. Yes, it is. Started at 60, then the wheels started getting greased. Talking about Henry Ruggs III. Responsibilities for your actions, says John. I mean, obviously everybody does got to take responsibility for their actions. I get it. I understand it. But Jim Powell says Rice should be forced to play in the CFL. Less money and longer field. Here's a fun fact, John. If you are a felon, which Rashee Rice will probably become a felon, he can't go to Canada. If Rashee Rice is a felon and on some type of probation, he can't go to Brazil and play. He can't go to London. Me, from a Canadian player, guys, you think Canada football, the CFL, is easy. It's not. It is tough. You got 12 guys on the field. You got an extra 20 yards width. You got an extra, 10 yards depth. It is tough, baby. Slow it down. John Connor says, but after he knew after the Henry Ruggs thing, the potential of could have happened and doing stupid shit. So with that being said, he's a young athlete. He's famous. He's a role model. So I stick with what I said. Which, John, like, I don't want you to back down from anything. Like, you have a point, stand on it, man. Like, and this is what is great about my show, the Man Hour NFL Talk, is this is a live interactive show. Talk your shit in the comments and defend yourself. Like, I don't want to change your stance one way or the other. I just wanted to be the other side of the coin. If it was an average Joe Blow, can they never have a job again? That's all I'm saying. Timothy says, was he dealing drugs or just a user?